Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, a place where the right message finds you. My name is Anisha, and I help people live a more authentic and fulfilling life. And I am from India. So, this is a little bit about me. And I would love to know about you. So, feel free to drop in a hi in the comments, sharing which part of the world you're joining us from, or is this your first time? Then yeah, you can let me know that in the comments so I can welcome you. And until you guys, type in the comments and share about yourself, let me give you a quick overview of what we do here. So we start this live with a 20 to 30-minute meditation, which is based upon the code that you see on Insight Timer's home screen. And once we are done with the meditation, we move on to phase two, where we spin the wheel. The universe chooses a book for us. And then from the chosen book, I ask you guys to pick a number and we do a reading based on that. So that was a quick overview of what we do here. And I will share more details when we get to each part. But for right now, let me see what you guys have shared in the comments and where you are joining us from. And then we will begin with meditation. So so yeah, let me also know if you are ready for a meditation, like you're settled in wherever you would like to meditate. And if you are, you can type ready in the comments. Caitlin says, "Hey friend, I'm up." 2 seconds before we started. I remember you were on. Woo. Hudson Valley, New York. Okay, Caitlin is joining us from Hudson Valley, New York, guys. And it is very dark. And it is at 4:30 a.m. there. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you so much for spending that, sacred hour with me. It means a lot. Yeah, so welcome. Oh, hi, Shebet. I am so happy to have you here. Yeah, so by the way, guys, if you don't know, Caitlin and Shebet both are wonderful teachers on Insight Timer. I attended Shebet's live for the first time on Insight Timer yesterday, and it was like, so packed with information and fun and everything. So, yeah, if you don't know these, wonderful, amazing human beings and teachers, you can check them out here. So Shabet says, Anisha, I'm so glad I made your class. And Shabet gives like these hugs on her live. So a warm hug to you, Shabet. Welcome, Gloria. Okay. Caitlin says, "Oh yes, I'm ready to go. Settled in my little nest in my bed. Got the pets and we are ready." Amazing. And especially, Caitlin, today's meditation is going to be inclusive of them. So it is going to be beneficial for your pets as well. So I'm excited for it. Um, Shabet says, I just came on and I found you live. Then this was meant to be, dear. This was meant to be. Okay. Caitlin is so excited she can't type. Hello, Priscilla. Priscilla. If I'm pronouncing your name right, please feel free to correct me. But good morning and welcome. I am so happy to have you here. I think you commented on one of my tracks recently, and I'm meaning to, reply to you. And I'm going to do that after the, live. But yeah, it was really lovely to hear from you and to have you here. Okay, the C is silent. Okay, Priscilla. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Um, okay. So thank you so much, Priscilla, for listening to, all the meditations that I have put out. It means a lot, really. So let me drop in a quick message in the comments for those who will join us during the meditation. so they know what is going on. And then we will jump right in for today's meditation, which is based upon a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. Okay, understand. Priscilla says, my heart is heavy. My husband and I have to put our dog to rest today. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss, Priscilla, and may, your dog's soul rest in peace. And I hope that today's meditation brings you some relief because it is more about that peace and it is more about, you know, um, letting that peace radiate from you and reach everyone you care about, including the ones who have passed away. So, I hope that it brings some lightness to your heart. You're welcome, Priscilla. Okay, so get settled. Yeah, so we can begin now. Begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can choose to sit, stand, or lie down. Whatever your body needs right now. As you get settled, if it feels safe, allow your eyes to close, or alternatively, you can choose to lower your gaze. Moving your attention away from the world around you to arriving within. Noticing the surface beneath you. Noticing the points where your body is touching the ground. As as you feel held and supported by Mother Earth, allow your attention to rest on your heart. Bringing your awareness into your heart space. You don't have to think about it. Simply notice this place in your body. And as you feel connected to your center, to your heart space, imagine that inside your chest there is a small warm light. This light is peaceful and steady. It doesn't have to be too bright. It just needs to be there. So, feeling the warmth of this light, the colors of the flame within your chest. As you visualize this soothing light, imagine that with each inhale, the light is gently growing as you are feeding it fresh oxygen. And with each exhale, this light is softening and settling into this space. With each inhale, imagine this light slowly expanding into other parts of the body. And with each exhale, this light, this soothing, peaceful light, filling that part with warmth. So, as this light expands, it moves through your shoulders into your arms, providing warmth and relaxation all the way down to your fingers. Notice this light now moving from your chest through your throat and spreading into your face. And your entire head. The warmth of this light is melting away any tension in the muscles within this area. Everywhere this light touches, things slow down. And now see this light moving down from your chest into your belly, flowing down into your legs, all the way down into your feet. Your whole body is now radiating with this peaceful light. Each cell of your body is at complete In this moment, all you feel is peace in every corner of your body. Your whole system has entered into a peaceful state. There is so much peace that you can no longer hold it all in your body. So imagine this gentle light extending beyond your body, radiating outwards in the space around you, where it is now reaching the people that are near you. To all living beings that are in the space around you. See this light touching the heart space of people in your room, in the same building. See this light expand to the beings in the same street. In the same city. See this light expanding from you even further into the state that you live in. touching all the people and living beings in your country. And finally, see this peaceful light reaching all the living beings on this planet. As this peaceful light reaches their center, their heart space, you begin to notice something. You notice that the same light that is shining within you is already there within them, within their heart space. It always was there. It may have been hidden by fear, pain, by forgetting their own true nature. And even though it was forgotten, it was still there within them. Your inner peace does not create their light, it reveals it. And as more hearts remember this light, the world naturally begins to soften. You become more peaceful. Your only role is to stay rooted here in your own steadiness, in your own light. you remember or realize this, silently repeat to yourself, peace in me is equal to peace in the world. Peace in me is equal to peace in the world. Feel how the two are not separate, but instead one naturally flows into the other. Today's meditation was based upon a quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh says, peace in oneself, peace in the world, peace in oneself, peace in the world. So thank you for meditating for your own inner peace and for world peace. And now let go of this visualization and come back to your body, feeling your body being held and supported by the world, the peaceful world around you. And when you feel ready to wake up, gently begin by wiggling your toes and your fingers, and in your own time, gently opening your eyes. Arriving back in the peace filled space around you. welcome back, my dear ones. And I see a lot of new people joined us while we were meditating. So, a warm welcome to you all. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom. And in case you guys missed the meditation, which was to cultivate inner peace and world peace, you can, I will let you know towards the end of this live where you can listen to the recording. But for those who did meditated, I would love to hear about your experience. So you can share that in the comments. And if you don't feel like typing yet, that's perfectly all right. And once I go through the comments, I will move on to phase two of this live, where we will spin the wheel of wisdom and let the universe, source, divine, soul, whatever you feel is guiding you to choose a book for us from that wheel. Okay? Shevet says, thank you for holding that beautiful space. Thank you, Shevet. I am happy to have you in the space. Um, okay, so now let me show you guys our wheel of wisdom. So, my dear ones, this is our wheel of wisdom, and this wheel contains the name of 51 transformational books that I have came across in my own journey of healing and personal growth. So, what we are going to do now is we are going to take a moment and either bring to our mind something specific that we need guidance on. And if there is nothing specific that comes to your mind, then you can simply let this intention out into the universe that may everyone listening to this receives a message for their highest good. And either with that specific thing or this wish in your mind. So, holding that in your mind as we spin the wheel. Okay, so my dear ones, the book for today is Think Straight by Darius Foros. So let me go through the comments, and then we will receive the message that wants to come through from this beautiful book. This one. So Caitlin says that was gorgeous, Anisha. I felt all the warm love and light. Sending it out everywhere felt powerful. I am so happy to hear that, especially the last line, because with all that is happening in our world, sometimes we feel helpless, powerless, that we cannot do anything about it, that we want to change the world, we want to make this world a better space, but we can't. So it means a lot that this meditation brought up that empowerment, feeling for you, Caitlin. So yeah, thank you for sharing there. Heidi says, thank you. I am sending my love to everyone from southern Maine in Wabanaki territory in the northeast of the indigenous homelands of America, Turtle Island. Welcome back, Heidi. And, thank you for sending out your love, especially since that was what the meditation was about, from sending your love to the ones who are near you and to the ones who are far, far away from you. So, yeah, welcome and thank you. Okay, guys, so give me a second now to choose some numbers so that we can play a game. Okay, so my amazing, beautiful people, I invite you guys to take a moment and pick a number between 15 to 80, whatever number comes up first for you. And there is no rush. When you will share the numbers, I will go through them and pick one that I am feeling most called to intuitively. So let's see. Caitlin says, "Oh, land acknowledgements. Yes, land of the Lenape here. Len Ape. Okay, I read that right. Yeah, thank you for sharing, um, the part of your culture and heritage here as well, Caitlin. Okay, let's see. So, thank you, Susie. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Shebet. Okay. Now I see. I was like, why are you guys saying stop and everything? But yeah, we got the number that we are going to read from, which is 18, because beautiful Caitlin and Shebet, both of them chose the same number. So let's see what is the message that wants to come through both of these beautiful souls. Okay. So give me a second. So the author says, all my stressing, worrying, and thinking were specially useless. How often does that happen? We are always so quick to judge and draw conclusions based on our assumptions. We are all human beings. We make mistakes. Yes, it is 18, Shabbat. Yeah, we are all human beings. We make mistakes. We change our minds and we assume things that are not true all the time. And that's normal. What's not normal is to let your mind go out of control. And after many other useless thinking episodes, I decided to change. I haven't had one big epiphany or super dramatic moment that forced me to change. Life is not a Hollywood drama. People that I know only change after a culmination of problems. At some point, we stand up and say, enough. And you know what? A lot of people never change at all. But that shouldn't be our concern. After years of chaos in my mind, I just had enough of mental suffering. I can't make it any prettier than that. You don't need an all is lost moment or the dark night of the soul, different terms for it. Those type of moments sometimes happen, sometimes don't. Sure, I will. I will. No problem. I do actually do that. So not an issue. Um, was I? Yeah. So about 2 years ago, I started changing my thoughts, and I have learned to replace the chaos in my mind with clarity. Now there is peace. So, I guess there are a lot of things that came up from this paragraph, a lot of reminders. And if I were to sum up all of them into one, is that it's okay to have all the negative thoughts, all the worrying, and all these patterns. It's okay, it's a part of being human. And negative thoughts are going to arise. No matter how much work you have done, the initial thought might still arise in your head because it is a part of being human. But what we need to do is to not let our mind be on the driver's seat, to not let our mind control us. And how do we do that? Is by not believing every single thing that our mind throws our way. So, not, you know, whatever your mind tells you, taking it with a pinch of doubt, because your mind, whatever it has said to you in the past, if you would really examine it logically, realistically, you would realize that more often than not, your mind has been wrong when it told you that you can't figure this out, that you can't do this, that you will fail at this, and all of those different things. Those situations didn't turn out the way, those worst case scenarios didn't turn out to be true for you. And um okay, there was one thing that slipped my mind. Yeah, so I was talking about not all your thoughts are true. So when your mind told you that everybody has it all figured out, everybody is settled, everybody is happy, if you would have really looked, if you have really talked to that person, have a deep conversation, you would realize that everybody struggles, everybody has struggled at some point in their life. So if you are struggling right now, know that it is normal, it is a part of life. So give yourself some grace, some kindness, and start working on it. Stop waiting for things to change, in a moment. Or maybe, you encountered something, a message, and you were like, okay, this is the aha moment. And then you were like, now I'm again doing the things that I used to do before. And the thing is, as the author says, and as I've experienced myself, that it is not going to be like you have one insight and everything in your life is going to change. You need to keep on applying it, to keep on coming back to it. To apply, you can apply one insight, one practice from it into your life and do it again and again and again in different situations, the easy ones, the difficult ones. And when you do that, that's how change happens. That's how things start to change. That's how your brain starts to change. So do not expect any big thing to happen to you or any big insight to change everything for you. Because when you have that expectation, sometimes you feel like maybe healing is not possible for me, but it is possible. It just is in, small step by step manner, in a consistent manner, rather than just one big shift. So keep on doing the work, is maybe what the universe is reminding you, and do not fully believe everything you think. And that's how you will find that peace that, in your mind, peace in your life. So, okay, both of them have shared something in the comments. And before I go through your comments, let me quickly share, I guess, two resources for you that is coming to me for this reading. If you want to experience that peace, maybe even if you haven't done all the work, but you still want to experience it right now, then I do have one practice that might help you experience that. The peace that is always available for you, that you don't have to do anything to achieve, to reconnect with. So, this is one of my meditations, and especially if you go through overthinking and negative thoughts, that this might give you a little bit of relief, and it might also give you an insight. So, yeah, if you are interested, you can save this. And the other resource that I have for you, if you want to do, the work that the author said about your thoughts, if your mind controls you, if you really suffer with a lot of negative thoughts, then you can save this particular course. This course is based upon the approach of CBT, which is cognitive and behavioral therapy. And it includes various techniques to help you learn how to really challenge or question your thoughts, how to not believe them as soon as they arise in your mind. How, and after doing this course, you will really understand the nature of your mind and really understand the nature of your thoughts as well. Yeah, and about nature of thoughts, I do have one more course, but I'm not sharing it here now. It would be too much. You can check it out if you want through my profile. Okay, so now let me go through the lovely comments that poured in. Oh, Shabet says my brother went MIA from yesterday from 11 p.m. and then he just came back right now. As you began reading this, he is not fully okay. So we were looking for him and he has no phone. So getting hold of him was a tall order yesterday. Oh, Shiva, that must have been like so very stressful and so, worrying. And I'm glad that he came back. And yeah, like if you want, you can like switch off this live and maybe go and be with him and be there for him and just, you know, let him feel like more safe or like your presence. Yeah, I hope that whatever it is, whatever it is that happened, he soon feels more okay. Okay, let me go through the other comments from Shebet and then I will read yours, Caitlin. Shebet says, in my morning practice, I gathered my mind and my heart was flooding with this heat, then sent that to him. I completely settled down and been focused on work. When he came back, I made a request to my younger sister to not hold worrying thoughts as she was a lot, which I knew was also impacting him. The first lines you read were confirmation to this, lol. Yeah, it seems like the right timing to a reminder that, worrying would do no good. It is only going to cause suffering. It is natural to worry again. But once we recognize that these are the things that I can focus on right now and I can work on like your work or maybe finding him or doing all the other things related to that. And these are the things that would, only make things worse. And these are the things that are not in my control. So letting go of that and coming to what is in your control is all we can do at these times. So um, I'm glad really that he is back again. He's back home. He's with you. Um, Caitlin says, The thing that caught me most was releasing the expectations that others may change or wanting them to change that part. Thank you for Caitlin for sharing that. Yeah, that really clicked with me as well, but I forgot to summarize that. Um, yeah, so so the line was a lot of people never change at all, but that shouldn't be our concern. Because again, coming back to this thing, because that is not in our control, right? So, yeah, exactly. There were a lot of nuggets in this reading. So yeah, thank you for bringing what I missed in the summary and sharing what part resonated most with you. Okay, so my dear ones, now it's time to move to the next reading for today. So give me a second to open the wheel again. And for those of you who have just joined us, the invitation is to bring to your mind anything that you need guidance on or support on. Or if you don't have anything specific, simply send this beautiful wish that may you and everyone listening to this receives the message for their highest good. And with that, let's spin. I think this is the first time that this book came up. The name of the book is No Time Like the Present. And this book has been written by Jack Cornfield. So let me open this beautiful book and choose some numbers for us. So this is the book. And give me a second to choose some numbers. Caitlin says, Gloria, sending prayers and love to you and the family. That is so sweet, Caitlin. And if you guys also feel called to send some love to Gloria and her brother, then you can maybe press the hearts and send out that love to her or peace or, whatever it is that you want to send with the hearts to her and her family. And yeah, a warm hug for you, Gloria. Okay, we have some hearts. Wonderful. Thank you guys for sending, beautiful wishes to Shibit or Gloria and her brother. And my dear ones, for this book, I invite you to pick a number between 15 to 180. Take your time again. I will choose a number intuitively from all the comments that you guys share. So, yeah, you can share the numbers now. Am I audible? This has happened for the first time that no one has shared a number. So yeah, that's why I'm wondering. Okay, okay, thank you, Shabet. Yeah, so take your time, guys, to share a number. Oh, hello, Kim. Happy to have you here. And thank you for sharing a number. Guys, if you don't know, Kim is also another wonderful teacher on Inside Timer. And she has like all these yoga tracks and she does lives where she, guides yoga. So if you are interested in that, you can check her out. Okay, anyone else who wants to share a number? Hello. Mm, otherwise, we have a clear winner. So, yeah, if anyone wants to share a number, you guys can do so. Otherwise, I will go with Kim's number. Hmm, okay. Then let's go with page number 33 and see what wants to come through this page for all of us. Okay, I love that. So, Kim, the thing that came up from this page is loving kindness meditation. So, I guess the universe is inviting you to practice metta, to practice loving kindness. And here is a quote also on this page. So, I want to read that out. The quote is I am larger than I thought. I did not know I held so much goodness. And this quote is by Walt Whitman. Again, I am larger than I thought. I did not know I held so much goodness. So I feel like I do not need to, guide the practice right now because today the meditation that we did for cultivating inner peace and world peace was also, it also had the essence of a loving kindness practice. And I already have like 3 or 4 meditations of different durations on this practice, which is loving kindness meditation. So, Kim, if you feel called, you can check out those meditation and do them at your own pace. And all of them are, free tracks. So anyone who don't have a premium here, and if you guys are feeling called, you can practice them at your own time. And I hope that, it brings you, it makes you feel held in love and also make you feel magnificent, like enormous enough to offer it to other people. Okay, Kim, wonderful. So I guess let us move on to the next reading, one more reading. So, my dear ones, again, bring to your mind anything that you need guidance on as we spin the wheel. Okay. So, the book that came for all of us is Mind Made Prison. Mind Made Prison by Matthew Tabatabai. So let us see what wants to come through, how we can break free from our mind made prison. So for this one, since we don't have like a lot of excited people to, choose some numbers. So for this book, what I'm going to do is I am instead going to, close my eyes. I have these notes from these books, from this book, because as I was reading these books, I made notes of like the insightful paragraphs or the transformative practices. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to scroll through these notes until I feel like this is the section that everyone here needs to hear from. So this way, everyone, would receive whatever it is that they're looking for. So as I close my eyes and scroll, hold in your mind what you need guidance on. So let's begin. So the author says the RAS, which is the reticular activating system, it is a part of our brain that decides where our attention goes. Okay. So the RAS consists of a bundle of closely packed nerve cells that are located in the central core of the brainstem. This closely packed area contains nearly 70% of your brain's estimated 200 billion nerve cells. So 70% of those cells are present in this RAS. The RAS functions in a truly ingenious way. It checks through all of the incoming impulses and filters away the ones that it doesn't perceive as being important to you. The fascinating part about the RAS lies in how it determines what is important to you. It will base the level of importance of a given impulse according to the level of alignment it has with your beliefs and values. So, sounds pretty scientific, right? Okay, so let's us, break it down. Like, why does this matters to us? Why does knowing this matters to us? So basically, when you are in any situation, your brain is constantly filtering every sensory information, every information that you're getting through all the senses, and then it makes meanings, okay? In your brain, it perceives the situation in a certain way. So, what happens is your brain, because there is a lot of information coming in, and your brain cannot handle all of this information. So, what it does is, it filters out the non-relevant, the non-important information, because that is the only way it can handle all of this information. Okay, and the thing to note here is that we are not perceiving 100% of the reality all the time because of this mechanism, because we are filtering out a lot of information and we are basing our perception on this limited amount of information. Okay. So, this is one thing to note here, that your version of reality is not 100% correct. Now, what happens next? So, the basis on which this filtering happens is what is important to you and what is not important to you. And this is based upon what is already feeded in your brain. It is based upon the mental model, the beliefs that you have. So, the beliefs that you have about yourself, the beliefs that you have about other people, the beliefs that you have about the world or life in general. So, if you believe that other people are selfish, okay, so if this is the belief, if this is the core belief in your head, in your mental model, in your inner world, then any information that is entering which contradicts this belief is going to be left out. Okay, because your brain would think it is not important. Your brain do not want this contradiction to happen inside. It do not want your mental model to collapse, which has been built since you were a child. it filters out the contradictory information, which is why you stay rigid in your beliefs and you do not allow what anyone else is saying to influence you. So, this is why it happens. Now, the thing is that if this is a healthy belief, then it's all good, it is helping you function in your life. But if this is a limiting belief, what you're doing is you are ignoring any other evidence that contradicts this belief, and you are preserving this belief, this core belief that is limiting you, that may have served you at one point in your life, but now it is not, which is why it is limiting. It is limiting your life right now. So, um, so when this happens, you keep on holding those beliefs rigidly, and you are not able to change your beliefs. This is the reason why it all happens. And if the information was like really important, then what your brain does is that it do not filters it, but it sometimes minimize it. For example, if you see someone being kind, you are like, okay, they can be kind because they are rich, they have like the resources to do that, so it's no big deal. So you are going to minimize every contradictory evidence if it even passes through that filter. And that is again how you keep on holding these beliefs. So it is not hopeless. It is just how our brain works to keep everything stable. Okay. But we can change our beliefs. We can change them, and we can do them again slowly and gradually, step by step, consistently, by applying practices that are designed to help, change these beliefs. Um, So, yeah, that is what this reading was about. And if you want to understand this mechanism that we just talked about, this whole filtering mechanism and how your beliefs are maintained in your head, or maybe how they are even formed and how then they are maintained despite every contradictory evidence, then I have this resource for you. And I think in this, the second and third lesson talks about this whole process in detail, and then I have included a lot of techniques to help you first identify those hidden limiting beliefs, because they are not in your conscious mind, they are hidden in your subconscious mind. So, first, you need to uncover them, become aware that, okay, there is something that I believe that is impacting my life, because they impact the result that you get in your life. So, if you want to first uncover them, I have included all the techniques that I knew of, doing my own personal work and, from my, background of psychology. So, you can go through them, uncover those beliefs, and then you can work through them. So, I am planning to release second part of this course where I will share how to overcome the five most common limiting beliefs, and I hope that, that would give you the right tools to overcome them. But this course is mostly about identifying them, because it takes time to identify them as well. And if you want immediate like techniques to overcome them, you can apply the same techniques that I shared with the previous course, which was about transforming your thoughts using CBT, because your beliefs are nothing but, the thoughts that have been repeated and believed, when you were a child. So you can counter them using those same techniques, and it might work, or you might need someone else to do this with you. It depends on individual to individual. But yeah, so I hope that this resonated with you. Let me know if anything else is coming up for you from this reading. If you want to share anything about this reading in the comments. Hmm. And by the way, before I end this live, I was wondering, I'm planning of on, creating two different courses. One is on the one that I mentioned just now, that overcoming the five most common limiting beliefs. not according to me, but based upon therapeutic approaches, what they say, are the five most common limiting beliefs. So I'm going to share about those beliefs themselves and the techniques to overcome them. So this is the one course that I'm thinking of working on this year. And the second course that I'm thinking of releasing is going to be about nervous system regulation techniques for each state. Okay. Like hyperarousal, hypoarousal, and freeze. So I wanted to ask you, like, which course would you guys like me to create first or publish first so that I can, focus my energy on that? So I wanted to know if you guys have any preference. So the beliefs course or the nervous system one, or maybe something else that you want, you know, that you are dealing with that you would like me to create a resource on. So yeah, feel free to share that as well in the comments. If you would like to, if you would like for me to create a resource, a course on a particular topic of your choice. um and and until you guys share that, let me yeah, I guess it is time to start wrapping this live. So I wanted to share something that in case you guys missed the live, or if you want to revisit the meditation that we did, then you can access it through um let me share where. Yeah. So you can access it by going to my profile on Insight Timer, which is Anisha Maheshwari. And when you go to at the very end, the about section here, and scroll all the way down, you will see something like this. And here you will find this particular live as well as all the previous lives in this Wheel of Wisdom series. And you will also find some free resources and all of my offerings in one place. So, yeah, so I hope that you find something of value, something helpful from this. And if you just want to, go through the readings that we did today, then I also share a summary of what we did within like 5 minutes of this live ending, because the video thing takes like 20 minutes to upload. So, yeah, so if you want like immediate access, you can join my group, which is Wonderful Beings. And you can either search for it on the search box on Insight Timer, or you can find this group by again going to my profile on the home page. When you scroll down at the bottom, you will see a group called Wonderful Beings with 119 beautiful people. So, yeah, so I would love to have you in the group if you want to know the name of the books that we read from, or the exact readings that we did, and maybe some more reflection so that you can apply this wisdom into your life. So, yeah, you can join it, or maybe not, whatever you want. And yeah, I guess that's it. So if you guys found anything of value from this live, and if you would like me to continue doing these lives and to continue, a lot of free resources for those who need them, because I think I already have over 100 meditations on my profile, and I'm planning to, upload a lot more, create a lot more this year. So yeah, if you want to support my work, help me in doing so, then you can do so by making a small donation so that I can keep this going. And yeah, thank you for being here. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all be free from suffering. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing, your thoughts in the comments. And I hope to see you guys. Um, what is the date today? Yeah, I think tomorrow. Yeah, so my next live is tomorrow, and I hope to see you guys there. It is, I guess, 3 hours or maybe 2.5 hours after this time. So, yeah, I hope that you can make it. So, that's it for this live. Take care. Bye bye.